Why the world needs more freedom. Now, Callum and I have both experienced life with little freedom, lots of freedom. We've gone back and forth.
Yeah.
And I finally feel like we're at a place now where it's in our control. You can be free internally, even living in an external world that's not free.
There's two sides of this world. One side of the world is getting more and more and more trapped. People want to travel, but they're scared to travel. I understand why. I was even scared to.
Nothing is safe in life.
The whole game of this is for us to all level up in freedom, but in all areas of life. Welcome back to the Freedom Lifestyle Podcast with your host, Callum. Come on, let's have it. Now you might be thinking, where's your partner in crime? Where's Mr. Ingramgore? Where is Jacob? For anyone who's watching this right now that watched season 1, we got obviously 65 episodes of season 1. It was the most amazing experience doing it, and it was with my best friend and business partner, Jacob. But we actually went separate ways in business. But we're still best friends. We are still best friends together, which I'm so grateful that we've got this friendship. And he's always going to be a big part of Freedom Lifestyle. But this year, I've been living in Tulum, Mexico for the last 6 months. And this experience out here has been absolutely life-changing. I've met so many incredible entrepreneurs because me and my girlfriend Ellie, we got flown out to Mexico, Tulum, to open up a community and build a community, a co-work and run events by my old mentors from the Coaching Masters that built a $25 million company. And they flew me and Ellie out specifically to build the community. And because we were networking with so many amazing entrepreneurs, I just had this calling that I needed to bring back Freedom Lifestyle. So I've actually got a new co-host, and I'm very excited to announce who the new co-host is. This is going to be, we're going to be changing things up, and here she is.
Drum roll. Guess who it is?
Woo!
I mean, it was only fair, as Jacob was blonde, to rope in another blonde.
I know.
So here I am.
Here you are.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
It's an honour because I remember when you and Jacob were filming season 1, it was so exciting. It was when I think podcasting first really took off.
It was.
And I was like, this is so cool. Obviously, my brother designed your logo.
Yes.
Shout out Ben Simons. That was amazing. And I was actually one of your guests.
Yeah, you were episode 6, I think.
Although, I have to say, you didn't need me as a guest. You two were flying.
We interviewed some amazing people.
But it was really nice to be asked. And do you know what? We filmed it in your nan's spare bedroom. I remember we had dinner with your nan. We went upstairs. It was freezing cold. We had the radiator on. And we FaceTimed Jacob. And we filmed the episode. And I was like, ooh. And we actually listened to it last year or the year before maybe when we were in Spain. And it was really nice to just see how far we've come.
And that actually just says something a lot, actually, thinking about it. We started a podcast called Freedom Lifestyle. I was living at my nan's house. I travelled, I lived in Mallorca every summer, but I still lived in my nan's house. And me and Jacob were literally interviewing multi-millionaires whilst I was living at my nan's. He was living at his home.
Which shows it can be done.
It shows it can be done.
You don't need to live in a mansion or a villa to be networking with these kinds of people. You just need what you two had, and that was you really backed yourself, you believed in yourself, and you wanted to help other people.
We had a mission. We just had a mission that we wanted to bring more personal development to the world, because me and Jacob were investing a lot into mentors in our 20s, and we noticed that there wasn't a lot of people in their 20s that was doing it. And everyone that was, in their 30s, 40s, 50s that were also getting mentored by the same mentors that I was, they all said to me, they wish they started sooner.
Yeah.
So because of that, that was the reason why me and Jacob wanted to start Freedom Lifestyle on the podcast, was just to spread positivity, spread a good message out there to get spread the love, to get people thinking bigger. So if you're watching this right now and you're in your spare bedroom at your family's home.
We've been there.
We've been there multiple times. Or, if you're actually watching this podcast and you're actually doing really well, but let's say you've got a load of money, you're financially free, but then you've got no haven't really got any relationships, or you're really struggling with your health, or you're not having any fun. And this is the mission and the message of why we're creating Freedom Lifestyle.
It's all about external and internal freedom. And that brings us nicely onto today's topic. We're just going to talk about why we're doing this and why the world needs more freedom. Now, Callum and I have both experienced life with little freedom, lots of freedom. We've gone back and forth.
Yeah.
And I finally feel like we're at a place now where it's in our control.
Yeah.
And we know that we can create whatever freedom we want. But don't be fooled. This has taken years to get to this point, and we're still nowhere near the level we know we can achieve. But we just have finished wrapping an episode with Sam today, and like he said, everything is perspective. And
Who's Sam?
oh yeah, so Sam is the owner of one of the most incredible hotels out here. It's a wellness hotel. It's one of the top on Google when you search for hotels in Tulum. And I like what he said, everything is perspective, because he was once a builder, in London.
Yeah.
And he said to me his rock bottom was very different to what it would be now. And I think freedom is a perspective.
It is.
Because you can be free internally, even living in an external world that's not free, and vice versa. And I think we really realise that, because you sometimes think when you go travel and become a digital nomad, you're going to be so free. But it really didn't start like that for us.
No, it really didn't. And just to give a bit of context as well, obviously, Ellie, this is going to be episode 1 of the season, but we've actually already done 15 interviews whilst we've been in Mexico to learn as well.
So much to come.
Oh, there's so much to come.
It's incredible.
Yeah, we're actually doing a little behind-the-scenes secret launch, actually. Literally, we're doing it at Khan Hotel.
The people of Tulum are going to be the first to see season 2, because it was only right to share it with them, because all our guests are from here currently.
Season 2 wouldn't be happening without it. If we didn't come to Mexico to learn, this wouldn't have happened. All the people that we've met out here, it's been life-changing. And we're very excited to share you. And it's a mix. There's a mix of people. Mix of entrepreneurs, mix of different lifestyles.
We've got all the black sheeps for you.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that means, someone said to us, actually, if you're in Tulum, you're the black sheep of the family.
Yeah.
And what I take from that is, you're the crazy one.
You're the crazy
things.
one. Yeah.
And I'll take it.
Sign me up. I like being the crazy one. I like being the one that does different things.
Yeah.
The main conversation today is why we're doing this, and why does the world need more freedom? And I think the world in general, from what I can see, is there's two sides of this world. One side of the world is getting more and more and more trapped.
Yeah, we've experienced it, even being out in Mexico and what happened with the cartel a few weeks ago. For us being here, it was very calm. We knew that we were going to be safe, but for our families back in England, watching the news and scrolling on social media, they were more scared than us, which says a lot.
Yeah, and that's the thing, the world has so much fear, there's just fear. And look, we're not naive to know the fact that things do go on. Things go on in this world everywhere. Things have always gone on in this world everywhere.
There's also a lot of good going on that we're not shown.
There's a lot of good, and the good doesn't really get shown at all. Never. When you go on the news, it's 95% negative.
That's why I like social media, because you can go on there and be inspired and see people doing good.
But this is the thing, you can go on social media and you can be extremely inspired, or you can go on social media and become extremely anxious.
Yes.
So there's both sides to it, right? So it's what do you want to focus on? And I think that's the thing with myself and Ellie, is we've been in some crazy situations, traveling the world, people see it, but then when it comes to it, people want to travel, but they're scared to travel.
Yeah.
So it's and I understand why. There are you have challenges, there are some setbacks, but there can also be scary things and setbacks and challenges in your hometown.
100%.
Wherever you live. It's funny actually. A lot of people in Mexico, to learn, a lot of people say this, is that they're actually they feel, even though Mexico in general, people were really scared to come. I was even scared to come to Mexico.
Callum literally rang me a few days before we were due to leave and was like, I don't think we should go.
I nearly bottled it. I nearly bottled come in. I let fear get over myself, and Ellie and Lewis, obviously the CEO of the Coaching Masters, they coached me.
I just want to say as well how grateful we are to Liam and Lewis, because they sent us here. We were never planning to come here yet anyway.
We would have always come here.
But not at this time.
Not at this time, not a chance.
And it's changed our life.
It's completely transformed our life.
Coach Liam was amazing. We ran a co-working community out here for them, and it's just opened so many doors like this one. So thanks guys. We really appreciate you.
But going back to my point when it comes to the fear side of things, it's what do you choose? What do you choose? Because I could have chose to get in my own head, because I got in my own head the day before flying to Mexico. I could have chose to not come. I could have chose to let that fear stop me from coming. Or I could choose to take the risk. I could choose to look at it from a different perspective. Oh, you're probably just overthinking.
Because I said to you, didn't I? I said the worst case scenario is we go there, you really don't like it, you feel unsafe. We just
fly home.
That's the beauty.
But I got in my own head that it was gonna be bad. Like, that's what I got in my own head. So I was just, it was crap. But this is what happens. This might be what's going on in your mind right now when it comes to traveling, when it comes to getting healthier, when it whatever area of freedom that is, leaving that job that you've been in for so long.
That as well. That's a big one for people. I think that safety blanket, but. Nothing is safe in life, but there's always a reason. Like, people lose jobs for a reason, and then they go and start their own side hustle, and then they become a millionaire. And it's like, wow, see, losing that job that
has led you to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think obviously externally, the world is quite scared.
Yeah.
But then it's all about the internal, right? Because we're both qualified coaches now with the Coaching Masters, and we've really realised that you can be in the most beautiful place in the world, surrounded by amazing people, earning really good money. And this is from hearing so many different people's stories on this podcast, but it's all about internal. If you can be so at peace internally, that is true freedom.
And we're actually going to be covering an episode. It's going to be episode 6. Episode 6. We're going to be covering a whole episode specifically on internal versus external freedom as well, which is going to be very, very, very exciting. But yeah, so fear. So this is the reason why we're doing the Freedom Lifestyle, is because we want to bring some positive energy. Yes. We want to also we're going to be interviewing, and we're already interviewing the freest people in the world in different areas. And just as a little note as well, to add on to this, like, the whole game of this is for us to all level up in freedom, but in all areas of life.
Health, wealth, friendships,
spiritual purpose, fun. Because we want it all. Why not have it all? People think you need to sacrifice it all.
You can have whatever you want.
You can really have whatever you want. And
Malcolm, who we interviewed, says anything is possible.
And actually, Malcolm is going to be the second episode. So he's going to be the first guest that we interview. Incredible.
Just literally been on a yacht with him yesterday. He's such a giver.
Yeah, he's a giver. He's a yes man. And by 24 years old, he built a $10 million Airbnb company by 24. And then he lost it all. So, yeah, these are the type of people that we're going to be interviewing on the podcast. But here's the thing. Now, the people that we interview, they may have cracked it in one area, but it's not to say they've cracked it in all areas. And it's the same with Ellie, like me and Ellie. Like, we're continuing leveling up. We've cracked other areas of freedom more than others, right? But the game that we like to play is how can we level up in all areas? Because personally for me, I don't want to be someone that's so wealthy, but then has no community, has no friends, has none of the no family, no health, no relationships. Like, I want it all. So if you're watching this and you're someone that wants it all, you're someone who wants to level up in all areas of freedom,
we see you.
Then this is the podcast for you. So make sure that you get subscribed to the Freedom Lifestyle podcast, because it's gonna blow up. It is gonna absolutely blow up. And the guests that you wait and see what guests we've got coming.
And we like to, at the end of every episode, ask you guys a question. So I'm going to ask you right now, what is stopping you from hitting subscribe and coming on this journey with us? Because sometimes fear can appear, and this is false evidence appearing real. So maybe this version of you, or the old version of you, wants to keep you stuck. But what would your higher self, that future you, would they hit subscribe? And would they focus on this? And would they go all in on creating freedom in their life? If they would, we'll see you on episode 2.
Wow. Powerful. Spicy.
More of that to come.
We'll be seeing you on this journey. The next episode is an absolute treat with Malcolm. So we'll be seeing you there. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego, baby.
Let's expand
what's possible together.